could be an angel. Your touch, magnetizing, physical.
Hi guys, my name is James Charles. Welcome back to my channel. So I was on Snapchat a few days ago, you know, just doing the usual, taking all the selfies in the world, updating my story, making sure all my streaks were in line. But when I went to go take my Good Morning Snapchat fam selfie, as usual, as I do every single day, I came across this amazing filter and wow, I was shook. As soon as I saw that filter, you guys know my first thought was, holy crap, I need to turn this into a makeup look. So me being me, that is exactly what I did. So if you want to see how I created this full face galaxy inspired Snapchat filter makeup tutorial, wow, that's a mouthful, make sure to keep on watching. I already went ahead and did my face makeup off camera. I figured since this is obviously a pretty intricate and detailed look, we just focus on the eyes today. For this look today, I'm going to be using my Morphe 35B palette. You guys know this is my favorite palette for my colored looks, and you can use code JAMES for 10% off. I'm going to start off by taking this bright pink shade on my Morphe R39 brush and buffing that all into the crease. I'm really taking a lot of this pink shade and buffing it all over the crease and the eyelid just in general. This look and filter kind of takes up almost the entire eye region, so I'm going to put a lot of this pink in here because there's going to be a lot of colors going on and we really want everything to blend out nicely. Once I have all that pink in place, I'm just going in with my Morphe M441 brush and going around the edges to make sure everything is really blown out and blended. I'm pretty happy with how this looks, so I think we're going to move right along. I'm going to grab my Morphe M433 brush and this bright purple shade from the palette and start to build up my crease a little bit. I'm really roughly placing this color in the outer corner of my crease because that's where I want the most color, and then with that excess I'm just dragging into the inner corner a little bit and as well as swinging it out and then back down into the lower lash line. In the filter the eyes are pretty dark, so I'm going to stick to that and I'm going to layer more purple on there. In the snap filter itself you could definitely see the pink tones on the nose bridge and around the edges of the big smoky eyes with the constellations, but as for the actual eyelid and like the crease region, it was kind of just like a big purple and black pit of nothing, so I'm kind of interpreting this in my own way with what I think it would have looked like if it was a little bit brighter. So I'm going to be using these purples, pinks, blacks, and blues to kind of stick true to that galaxy theme. Once again with that M433, I'm taking a little bit of that purple shade and buffing it into the outer corner of the eye, making kind of a V shape, and then buffing a little bit of it onto the lid. Once I get to the outer corner of my eye, I'm just kind of taking that excess shadow and winging it out and really diffusing the edges. Like I said, this eyeshadow look is going to be huge. For the lid, I'm just taking this blue shade from the palette and my Sigma E25 blending brush and just tapping it right on. I'm being very, very careful and light-handed while packing this blue shade onto the lid. This palette is extremely, extremely pigmented, and I want this blue to pink transition to be really, really pretty and seamless and really buffed and blended out, so I don't want there to be any harsh lines. Once that blue is all on there, I'm going to go back with my Morphe M433, which is the brush I use for the purple, and kind of brush over the border of the blue in the crease to make sure everything is really blended out. Okay, so obviously we have a lot of color going on right now, but I really like how in the snap filter there was a lot of dimension and it was still kind of dark. So I'm going to take my Morphe M562 brush and mix together the dark purple, blue, and black shades from the palette and start to blend that into the outer corner. I'm being really gentle and careful while doing this blending because, as I'm sure you guys know, black can very, very quickly mess up any makeup look and make it super muddy and really, really, really messy. I'm going to quickly go ahead and line my upright and lower waterlines using NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean. I am going to be wearing lashes with this, obviously, and I want to do a little bit more black on the lower lash line, so this will help everything blend together. I hate doing this so much, oh my god. For my lower lash line, I'm taking my Morphe M213 brush and once again just mixing those three dark colors and buffing them into the waterline. Now I'm just going to go in with another M213. I didn't realize I had so many of these, but I'm dipping into that purple shade and I'm just going to buff out that black. To finish off the shadow portion of this eye, I'm taking my M441 one last time with a little bit of pink on it, and I'm just going to buff all around this entire eye look, just make sure we don't lose any of that pink. I'm going to take this eye a few steps further and add some pigments over top of the shadows, just make everything pop a little more and add some excitement. So I'm going to start off by taking Makeup Addiction Cosmetics Pigment in Valentine and pop that in the inner corner. And then for the very, very inner corner, I'm taking my Morphe M515 brush, spritzing it with a little bit of Makeup Forever Mist and Fix, and popping on Rosy Future from Star Crush Minerals. To add a final pop, I'm going with a tiny bit of Danessa Myricks Pigment in Daydreaming, and I'm just going to pop that right in the center of the lid over top of that blue. Alright, that completes this eye. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one off camera, mirroring it completely, and then when I come back, we will do the constellations, mascara, and lashes, and then obviously finish off the rest of the face, so I will be right back. And there we go, the other eye is complete. I'm gonna quickly go in and highlight my nose bridge using my M515 and Pink Heart from Anastasia Moonchild. I know this is all in like a weird order, but I just wanna do the nose highlight before I put any constellations on. Trust me, it'll all make sense in a second, just bear with me. To add in the constellations and the stars, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Mega Liner in the shade Trim with Lace, which is just the white liner. I'm being incredibly careful while doing this, as I'm sure you can see my hands are shaking. I'm trying to stay as still as possible though, and if possible, if you're doing this, try to rest your hand on either your face or a table or something so you can keep steady so you don't make any mistakes. I'm not really into astrology, so I have absolutely no idea what any constellations look like, aside from the Gemini one for obvious reasons, so I'm kind of just drawing these in completely randomly. Now that we have all the big constellations mapped out where I want them to be, I'm going back in with the same liquid liner and adding in stars just to fill up the empty spaces. Also, just a DIY little side note, if you have a pimple, oh my god, turn it into a star! Wow. Problem solved. To prep for lashes, I'm just going in with Benefit Roller Lash. For lashes today, I'm going to pop on Esquito lashes in the style Black Magic. They're pretty wispy and not really dense, which is perfect because obviously we just did a whole lot of work on the eyes and we don't want to cover it all up. I don't think there has ever once been a time that I have put on my lashes on the first try and gotten them perfect. There's always something wrong, something that needs to be re-glued down or something that needs to be adjusted. What about you guys? Leave me a comment below and tell me what your least favorite part about your makeup routine is, because you all know what mine is. Actually, it could be nose contouring too. They both suck. To give my face a nice spacey inspired glow, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Moonchild Glow Kit in the shade Pink Heart with my Morphe M501 brush. Oh, okay, wow. For lips today, I'm gonna first go in with Anastasia Liquid Lip in the shade Potion. Okay, I went a little bit crazy with the overlining today. I'm well aware I can see it with my eyes that I have on my face. So please don't leave any comments about it. It is currently 3:41 in the morning and I wanna go to sleep. So I'm way too lazy to fix it. If you don't want your lips to be this big, don't draw them this big. And that's that on that. To make the lips all spacey and metallic, I'm first gonna layer over the Daydreaming pigment from Danessa Myricks. And then just popping on a tiny bit of Pink Heart from the Moonchild Glow Kit right in the center. And there we go guys, that completes this full face Galaxy Nebula inspired Snapchat realness. If you guys did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below. It lets me know that you guys enjoyed this, and maybe I'll do more Snapchat filter recreations in the future. Also, if you'd like to, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post videos every single week, and speaking of subscribe, we just hit 50,000 of you guys. Holy cow, that's so freaking rad. Thank you so much for all the support and all the kind words you guys have left me on my channel. If you'd like to keep up with me, my Instagram and Twitter are both JCharlesBeauty. I'm on there all the time. Since this is a Snapchat tutorial, might as well plug my Snapchat too. It's James Charles with an extra S after Charles. It's a very good time. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I do a lot of ranting, complaining, storytelling, makeup look previews as well. Go add me. I promise you won't regret it. Alright, I think that is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time with a new video. Bye!